Well, we're making progress on this baler here. Finally finished sharpening these teeth, or the knives. That took quite a while. They were fairly dull. But now we're just going to go ahead and get them back in. I'll show you where they go here. They're in the throat here, right up in there. You can see where the plunger's coming back. They're right past there. But there's knives on the plunger that come back here and forth, and knives on the bottom that stay stationary, and it just makes sure that the hay gets sliced off as it comes up into the chamber. You know, because it's lifted. There's a panel that goes here, and these fingers that are down there, you can see that'll carry the hay up here where it's shoved into the chamber. And so the knives just chop that hay off neat and tidy, so it makes nice bales. So I got to get those knives in there. Then those have to be adjusted for They have to be a certain distance below the rail that plunger rides on, and they have to be a certain distance from each other. I think it's 30 to 70 thousandths. Quite a variance anyways. But so I got to get in there and get them shimmed up and make sure all is going to be right there. And then from there it's kind of downhill. The knives are the worst part of getting this baler ready. But it's all got to be done. Well, I got the knives in there. I'll see if I can get you down in here and show you those edges there. And you can see the points right there through the slot. And that's the point of the other knife. And then there has to be a certain amount of clearance in between the knives and then in between this rail right here and the knives. So it takes a bit to get it set up, but boy, it makes a nice bale when you get it all set up right. So I got that all done, and I was going to give a tutorial on how this baler works, but I don't think I'm going to have time for it. I got to hurry up and get it together because it's looking like we got a storm rolling in, and I got some of the hay that I swathed here a handful of days ago I got to get put up. So I got to finish buttoning this thing up, and I'll get that hay baled up, and then I'll be back in the shop and I'll work on the pickup and the lights and some other little issues. So, well, here we go. Gonna head down and bale up some hay here. We're supposed to be getting some kind of a nasty storm tonight, but I don't know if it'll happen or not. I just want to get the stuff that I laid down to the swather the other day. I want to get it, I want to get it baled up. So, and all we really got left on this thing is the pickup, getting the teeth and guards replaced on the pickup. And I'm going to replace some lights. But at any rate, here we are. Didn't even take the bucket off this tractor. Usually I'll take the bucket off if I'm going to do any kind of field work, but there we go. Can't find it, grind it. We'll go out to the next set of windrows. Not a whole lot of hay that I cut, but there's enough to test out the baler anyways. That's usually why we lay down along the road here, is just so we can test out the baler, you know. Nothing worth pulling into just yet. Horses have probably picked on my windrows quite a bit too. They will tend to do that. Oh, there we go. Okay. See if we can keep from hitting the fence with the bucket. Lower the pickup again. Crank it up. Pull it down to A2. And we're off. Definitely don't have anything very heavy. Hay-wise anyways, I mean. Not yet. Boy, the other fields are sure looking good though. This rain, if we get the rain they're talking about, man, that'd be just a godsend. We've been pretty dry here the last couple days. I know I piss and moan about the rain when it does, but boy, it'd sure be nice to have some right now. And it's looking like we're getting ready to punch out our first bale, so we're gonna go back there and take a look. By God, it made a nice knot and everything. Ha! Good deal. Now, we're gonna turn up the pressure a little bit here. I think we'll go half, one, half, 2 turns in. Now the guy's got to watch his pressure on this square baler, because you'll make a bale too tight, you'll start popping strings. You know, your first bale you never want to crank it up all the way first thing. Oh, I'll throttle it up. When we get when it punches out that other bale back there, we'll run back there and just rebale it up. Looking like my pressure isn't high enough though, so I'll have to go back and tighten that up. It's looking like. We'll show you guys when we finally get a nice good bale, but I gotta just work out some of the kinks here and get some hay out of it. So far so good. Well, there we go. We got 3 nice solid bricks. You can see, you know, real important to get good tension on the strings, and then we got to make sure that it knots it all right. You know, right there. You always want about 1 inch of tail, and no chopped marks on the knot itself. And this bale probably weighs, bet it weighs about 75, thereabouts. It's kind of all right, but looking like we're gonna maybe be good to go. Huh. Sure hope so. Supposed to start cutting the serious fields tomorrow. Get some hay laid down and dried up, and we'll be ready. So there it is. You guys finally get to see the baler in action. Next up, the bale wagon. We like it.